Hello everybody, T.D.F.M here. Currently back here in the tub yet again. I guess you could say this is the lore tub. I come in here and talk about the lore of myself. But anyway, today's episode of T.D.F.M Lore, we're going to talk about something happened to me when I was 11 years old. Yeah, that's right, only 11 years old. We're going to talk about how when I was 11 years old, I was assaulted by a cop when I was 11. Yes, you heard that correctly. I was assaulted by a cop when I was only 11 years old. Now, today's date is March 7th of 2026, 10:52 p.m. Let me show you a picture real quick of this cop that assaulted me when I was 11. This is a picture of the police officer, if you want to call him that assaulted me when I was 11 years old. Now, this person's name is Mark Pittarari. I won't be saying anything disrespectful towards him, even though he deserves it, because again, YouTube ridiculous censorship. But that is the person that did this to me. So, the story here, when I got assaulted by him when I was only 11 years old, is that there was a police, incident at my house. The police came to my house, and he was one of them. An 11-year-old little kid, they came in the home, the bars in the home. He specifically grabbed me, put me against the wall in the little hallway downstairs in the home I live in, and started to handcuff me behind my back. And I'm, saying things as he's handcuffing me, and he tells me to shut up. And I say back to him under my breath, "You shut up," as an 11-year-old little kid. And in response to me saying this to him, he grabbed me by the back, grabbed me with both hands by the back of the hoodie collar that I was wearing. Had a black hoodie on when this happened. He grabbed the back collar part of it with both hands, lifted my whole body up in the air, midair, walked me over into the living room of the house that I live in, and then just, from holding up in the air midair, body slammed me face first down, from holding up in the air midair, face first down, into the hardwood floor of the living room of the house that I live in. And I'm pretty sure he even knocked me unconscious for a couple or few seconds by doing this, because I don't remember actually hitting the floor. I remember about to hit the floor and then seeing a white void and hearing ringing like that for a couple or few seconds. So I'm pretty sure he even knocked me unconscious, knocked me out for a couple or few seconds by doing this. Again, I'm 11 years old, an 11-year-old little kid. He's a grown-ass man who just assaulted me, while he hid behind a police uniform to do it, and then obviously also get away with it, unfortunately. And then, after I supposedly came back to consciousness, I was, on my face on the floor, still handcuffed behind my back, and he's kneeling down the right side of me, and he says, "You don't tell a cop to shut up. Tell me to shut up again, you're going to get slammed again." Well, this individual body slammed me face first down. I'm holding my 11-year-old little 11-year-old body up in the air, midair, which he could, because I was only an 11-year-old little kid, so I was physically tiny. And then just body slammed me face first down into the hardwood floor of the living room of the home that I live in. And even knocked me unconscious for a couple or few seconds by doing so. So I'm an 11-year-old little kid. Arm is hurting, holding the camera. And I just got literally assaulted, body slammed and assaulted, and even knocked the fuck out for a few seconds by a grown-ass man at only 11 years old. And then after he did this, again, he threatened to do it again. "You don't tell a cop to shut up. Tell me to shut up again, you're going to get slammed again." He assaulted me, and then he threatened to do it again. So became a literal victim of literal police brutality at only 11 years old. 11, a little kid, not a teenager, an 11-year-old little kid is when this occurred. 11-year-old little kid. I guess he even felt bad about it afterwards, because I started to cry because I was in pain, because I had a throbbing headache from the supposed concussion he just gave me from body slamming me face first down into the hardwood floor of the living room of the home I live in. I guess he started to feel bad about it even, because he was like, oh, do you want me to take the handcuffs off? Would that make you feel better if I take the handcuffs off? Yeah, I just scarred you for life by assaulting you at 11, just made you a literal victim of police brutality at 11 fucking years old. Never even got to experience life as a teenager without being, again, a victim of literal police brutality because of this individual right here. And did anything happen to him? Even though there was a bunch of other cops there that witnessed what he did? Of course not. Of course not. I think he actually retired from the police department that he worked at somewhat recently, back in August of 2023, even though, again, he assaulted me when I was 11 years old. Body slammed me face first down and pulled me up in midair, face first down, into the hardwood floor of the living room downstairs in the home I live in, and even knocked me unconscious for a few seconds at only 11 years old, and made me a literal victim of literal police brutality at only 11 years old, and scarred me for life. Absolutely did scar me for life by doing this to me, especially at such a young age. And, you know, just think about not only that event in general, but also the effect that event is now going to have on me going forward. Because I had other stuff happen to me from a very young age. You know, first time I went to juvie jail, I was 12. So just think about, you know, I could have been doing things going forward now because of the negative psychological effects as a result of that occurring. Because of this individual assaulting me, body slamming me, knocking me unconscious, even at only 11 years old. So, yeah, little lore story in the lore tub. Assaulted at 11 years old. Tune in to the next time of another episode of TDFM Lore. Bye-bye.